Suppose that the production of widgets created an external benefit. That is, people who were neither the consumer or the producer were better off because widgets were made. Well, the quantity in the market, determined by supply and demand, of 5,500 widgets does not take into consideration that external benefit. We would like that external benefit to be internalized. We would like consumers and producers to take into consideration the impact it has on the rest of society. And if they did, then the quantity produced in the market would be more than what supply and demand set it to be. That is, with goods that have external benefits, the quantity set by the market is less than what is socially optimal. So how can we get people to internalize that external benefit? Well, what we would like instead of the demand curve is to have what we call the marginal social benefit curve. The marginal social benefit curve looks at the value to consumers plus the value to those who are neither consumers or producers. Suppose the extra value or the external benefit per widget is $10. Then the marginal social benefit curve is simply $10 above the demand curve. So at 5,500 units, if we go up $10, that is where the marginal social benefit curve is located. So here at 3,000 units, we can see the demand curve is shifted up by $10. Here at 8,000 units, the demand curve is shifted up by $10. At 5,500 units, the demand curve is up $10. That's the external benefit. How do we get people to internalize that external benefit? Well, we subsidize the goods. So if there's an external benefit of $10, then we provide a subsidy. That is, the government uses taxpayer money to provide $10, the amount of the external benefit, to either consumers or producers in the market for the good. If the money is provided to the consumer, then the subsidy of $10 is given to the consumer and they're allowed to choose where they're going to buy the good from. The government pays $10 per unit to the consumer, and what we see is that there is an increase in the number of goods sold to 5,900 units. How much does the government have to pay? Well, they pay $10 per widget, and they are paying for the 5,900 widgets. So the area seen shaded here is equal to the amount that the government pays. The government pays the $10 subsidy times the 5,900 units produced, or the government pays $59,000. This encourages more of the good to be produced, and we can see that because the quantity goes from 5,500 to 6,000.
Another option is for the subsidy to be given to those who make the good. This decreases the cost of production since the government is paying for part of the production of the good. So we take the supply curve and we move it down by the amount of the subsidy. So what we get is the supply curve plus the $10 subsidy. You can see that we can achieve the same quantity. Again, 5,900 units are produced, but we have given the money to the producer instead of the consumer. So let me just remove this marginal social benefit curve here so that you can see it more clearly. Now, when it comes to the amount paid by the government, the quantity is the same. The government pays $10 per unit times the number of units sold, and here we have 5,900 units sold, so the government pays a total of $59,000. We can provide the subsidy to the consumer or to the producer. Both achieve the same goal of increasing the quantity that is produced. The amount the government pays is the same. What is different is the market price. When the money is given to the producer, the market price falls. When the money is given to the consumer, the market price goes up.